Hey, what's up, Buck Nation? Buck you here. Today, let's fix my shirt. I wanted to make this quick video. I've been trying to rack my brain all day to find something to talk about, provide some kind of content to provide, and I just could not find nothing to talk about. So I'm gonna go back to the past, and I'm gonna go back to the year 2010, and I'm gonna talk about the most frustrating player I've ever seen play. And when I mean frustrated, not his play off the field, just his overall career. We all remember Mike Williams, number 19, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So Mike Williams was the fourth round pick, the 101st pick out of fourth round out of Syracuse in the 2010 draft. And he exploded. I mean, he was an instant starter. He got a touchdown his first game against Cleveland. If you remember that game, that's when Josh Freeman threw the ball, it popped up in the air. He caught it, popped up in the air. He had to do some kind of catch it in and back in end zone. And, referee kind of had to make sure he got it. But it was one of the craziest catches I've seen. And, he even had a record. He and Cadillac Williams had the record where they both scored touchdowns in their back-to-back games to start their career. So, Mike Williams was off to a good start. I remember that game in 2010 against Arizona. I think we won 38-35. He beat Arizona. That was the LeGarrette Blount game where I think he did those hurdles. Mike Williams had a big game that game. That game. He had four catches, 105 yards, and a touchdown. So the potential was there. I mean, we thought we had a number one receiver who, because we had Aurelius Ben on the other side, and I didn't think he was the number one at all. So we had Mike Williams, and I don't know how. He wasn't fast, he wasn't tall, but he was just a good receiver. And his rookie season, he had 65 catches, 964 yards, and 11 touchdowns. And I didn't know he had 11 touchdowns. Even in 2010, I know he had 11 touchdowns. They were like the most quiet 11 touchdowns ever. But, those 11 touchdowns was a Buccaneers record. Like, he broke a franchise record with 11 touchdowns until it was broken by Mike Evans with 12 touchdowns in his rookie season. And then Mike Evans broke it again with 13 touchdowns. So, but for the video, Mike Williams had 11 touchdowns as a rookie. He was, I like to say, and I was thinking about this when I was walking my daughter. Mike Williams was the Dak Prescott of wide receivers. He was a Dak Prescott for Dak Prescott, right? He was a fourth round pick like Dak, and now Dak was a Pro Bowler and everything, but Mike Williams was second in Rookie of the Year. He was second place Rookie of the Year, but which I don't understand because he led all rookie receivers in everything. Receiving, receptions, yards, and touchdowns, but he's finished second. I didn't bother look at who won that year, 2010 Rookie of the Year. I didn't even care. I don't care. It could have been Michael Jordan for all I care, even though they're two different sports, but I don't care who won. Mike Williams should have won that. So 2011 come around. So, he had he number 2 in Rookie of the Year. We pumped. We got our receiver now. We finna do some damage now, right? We finna do something now. But it was a decline. It kind of was a fluke. Well, it was just a decline year. He only had 68 catches, 771 yards receiving. That's decent number 2 numbers, but we want him to be number 1. But then next season was a bright spot. He had a career high in receiving yard, which was 996 yards. This dude cannot crack 1,000 yards to save his life. I thought his next season was going to have 999 yards. And then next season after that, it's going to be 999.3 yards. Like, he just cannot get 1,000 yards. But, it was good enough for Buccaneers to give him a 6-year, $40 million contract, which I was like, okay, he's here for 6 more years. We can develop this guy, and he's going to be our young stud. He's going to be a Pro Bowler and everything soon. But he had a hamstring. He pulled a hammy, and he was out for most of the season. He only had 22 catches and 216 yards. And I mean, that was pretty much it for Mike Williams. How short this video is? How short this video is how short his career was. And it's sad, you know. Like, I really wanted Mike Williams to do something. And then later on, he just started having trouble. You know, he got stabbed in the leg by his brother. And then, you know, he was renting a home, and he just lived that bad lifestyle, that party lifestyle, where people was coming in and out of his house at 4 in the morning, waking up neighbors. People pull up in limousines. People, you know, tearing up the yard. People, you know, tearing up the sprinklers, property damage. I think he had like $5,000 or $50,000. I think he had like $50,000 worth of property damage. And, you know, it just came too much. Like, he was starting to become a problem off the field, and he wasn't producing on the field. And like Shannon Sharpe says, people will tolerate you as long as production outshine tolerance. They'll put up with it. But once your tolerance go up here and production started going down, that was the case with Mike Williams. So we sent him for a 6th-round draft pick to Buffalo. And then he got traded to Kansas City, and they released him. That's all I heard from him, you know what I mean? That's all I heard from Mike Williams. I hope he's okay. Wish it would have worked out. I think he probably still be in the league now. He'd be like a 12-year veteran, but he probably been in the league still. We'll never know. But it is what it is. And it's unfortunate. Y'all join me in this quick video because I'm gonna end up losing my voice in a couple of days, as y'all can tell. So my voice is kind of scratchy, so I've been stumbling and bumbling off my words. So, you know, but you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.